Okay, is the right game. Oh, you are kidding me. Ah. Hello, thank you so much for joining me on episode 5 of Mission 360, where I build a highly curated set of amazing Xbox 360 games. You'll see recently we had a CEX Roulette failure, and what I've got in my hand right now is a replacement for that failure. So let's hope this is better than the original game. Let's go see. I'm here now with a CEX Roulette, which is actually a replacement CEX Roulette for a failed CEX Roulette which we had on the channel recently. As you can see, they sent this out special delivery, guaranteed by 1 PM, so that probably cost them more than the actual game itself. I'm hoping that this one is all completely alright and they haven't just sent me the one that I returned. I'm sure they wouldn't have. So anyway, with that said, let's get into it and see what we've got, and hopefully it goes a lot better than the last one that I opened. In one. No. Almost. There we go. And it is the right game. And it is a real cover. There we have Premonition Evolved. With someone else's price label on. That's okay, that looks pretty good to be honest. So, oh blimey, what have we got here? Okay, that is actually my receipt by the looks of it. That's a bit strange. That's come off a till, so I don't know what of that I can show you. That's nice. So that is nicely complete. And I'll just check the disc quickly. Few marks. It's a little bit dirty, but I think that'll be fine. A bit of pen for me to remove as well. No, that is definitely going to be a win. So, yep. Yes, I'm massively pleased that CEX Roulette was a lot better than the one before, and I'm really pleased to have Premonition Evolved in such really nice condition. So I've even managed to get that huge horrible sticker off the back, which took me about 20 minutes to be honest. Whoever put that on there meant for it to never come off. So yes, I've actually played the first half hour or so of this game, and I'm pleased to say it's a really good game. From the first half hour, I'd highly recommend it. It's sort of a third-person sort of mech shooter game. You sort of shoot the limbs off the other mechs and stuff. If I'd known it was going to be so good, to be honest, I probably would have got it quite a while ago. So this is actually quite a cheap game, and yeah. So people, I would say do not sleep on it. It's definitely worth your time to at least check it out. Next up, I've got a game that appeared in the channel's first £10 CEX challenge, which is Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath. Now, I haven't played this, but I do have the other Command & Conquer games already in my collection, and to be totally honest, I've never played a bad Command & Conquer game. So this too is in excellent condition. So really pleased to be knocking this off of Mission 360, and that I believe completes my subset of Command & Conquer games on the Xbox 360. Sorry if there's a little bit of a disconnect in the video there. I didn't realise until today when I went to edit it that actually something had gone wrong and the camera sort of stopped working halfway through, so I ended up with half a video. And yes, so I'm now back the day after for the second half. Oh dear, I'm going to blame the gremlins. So moving on, the next game that I picked up was The Bourne Conspiracy, which I picked up on one of my other local game hunts. And I'm aware this is actually a PlayStation 3 game. However, I think that might actually be for the best, to be honest, because I used to have this on the Xbox 360 and I was about halfway through it and it sort of just disappeared out of my collection. I've got no idea where it went. If I got the 360 version of it again now, I'd be sort of starting halfway through. and it might be quite nice for me to start again from the beginning on the PlayStation 3 with a fresh save and give it another whirl from the start, because if I go back to my save halfway through, I'm not going to remember what happens. It was probably 3 or 4 years ago last time I played it. So I'm going to give the Bourne Conspiracy a dishonourable discharge from the list in a way, because I don't really feel the need to double dip on it. I'm really pleased to have it back in the collection, albeit the PlayStation 3 copy. The next game that I've got to tick off Mission 360 is Halo 4, and I picked this up in the same bundle of games where I got Bourne Conspiracy, and is in lovely condition again. I must confess, like I've said in the past, I was trying to find this with a manual, which is absolutely ridiculous because it doesn't have a manual, so yep, massively pleased to add that into the collection. And while we're talking about Halo, a slight caveat for Mission 360 here really. Me and a friend were talking the other day about soundtracks, and specifically like sort of soundtracks of games from like sort of the 7th generation and stuff. And my friend seemed to think that Halo 3 ODST had an amazing soundtrack, and I didn't really play a lot of ODST back in the day. I couldn't really remember, so I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'll have to check that out sort of thing. So, just for the sake of it, we're going to add Halo 3 ODST to Mission 360. So it's a game that I don't have, and I confess that's a really easy one to pick up, so I expect I'll probably be picking that up probably for the next Mission 360 video, I would expect, because I'm bound to find at least 6,000 copies of that next time I go to CEX or next time I go to basically anywhere. So, but I'm going to add that to Mission 360 and hope that they're right about the soundtrack, because to be totally honest, I don't remember it. So yeah, there you go. And then last but certainly not least, I have a copy of Resonance of Fate to tick off Mission 360. So this is a RPG by Tri-Ace set in a post-apocalyptic world, sort of steampunk world, and looks awesome. I've got to pull your attention to the fact this is actually a promotional copy. I'm less keen on getting promotional copies, if I'm honest. I know there's quite a lot of you out there that do collect these, but I don't really like the faded out artwork and the fact it won't have a manual, I wouldn't have thought, and the disc a lot of the time doesn't have the proper artwork on either. So I kind of, in my opinion, I view this as a sort of slightly lesser version of the full game. So this, however, is sealed, and I purchased this on eBay for £15, which is exactly how much it is in CEX. However, I haven't actually seen it in CEX for a little while around my way. So I was mad pleased to get this, especially with it being sealed. It basically means it will go into my very small sealed collection, and at some point in the future I may or may not open it to play it. I do really like the look of what this sort of seems to be, so at some point it will probably be getting opened and played. So just a side note, the guy that I bought it from on eBay, I think he actually had 9. I'd had it on my watch list for quite a while, and when I bought this I think there were still 4 left, so if anybody else out there fancies a copy, there's probably still a couple on eBay. So there you go, Resonance of Fate ticked off Mission 360. So thank you so much for being here everyone. I've been Soup, you've been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Complete in lovely condition. The disc has got a few light marks, but I mean, there's nothing really to worry about. So I've even managed to remove that horrible sticker from the back. I don't know who put that on there or what they used. Maybe it was like put on with Superman splooge or something. I don't know.